So there's two ways to approach this. There's the news media common zeitgeist narrative way. And I've seen like news media just kind of applies generational labels random. This is Gen Z. This is, whatever, Gen X. This is millennial. They just kind of throw the numbers are all over the place. There's no consistency to it. It's just whatever media outlet has decided this generation is, and they kind of just loosely group them. I don't think that's a very good social science approach. Now, I don't know if the model that we really like is from the social sciences. I think it is, but it feels more social science approach to me. It feels like it's got a little bit more of a methodology to it and a framework than just a news media label. So most people engage with generational theory or generation types through the news media model, and we're not going to address that at all right now. We're going to actually address a real model that we use in-house here at Personality Hacker.
Yeah, well, I mean, this model isn't verifiable either, but I think that it has enough legs and enough, I think, information or research behind it. Not research as in like,
well, they publish books. I mean, they publish articles and books for years.
Yeah, for like basically the last 30 years.
Yeah.
And I think it has enough legs under it to be able to be, again, regardless of whether or not it's empirically true, it's very useful. Throwing around, this generation was born in this time period, maybe. Here's the approximate, and having a very, sort of slapdash way of going about it. I don't think the journalists have put the due diligence into it either. So I find that most of the pushback against generational theory is that it feels almost fatalistic, which I don't think it is, but I think a lot of times there's some pushback against that. The original thing that I mentioned, which is that people don't like the idea that their behavior or paradigms can be predictably patterned based on the time period in which they live, which the people just don't like that they're predictable. I think that's what that comes down to.
Yeah.
And then I think finally there's an idea that it's not empirically true, but models aren't intended to be empirically true. They're intended to be maps and waypoints and an observation of how cycles work. So I think it's fine.
Yeah.